that's unfolding. There's 1,000 stories to be told. What's going on in the valley by day, under city lights at night? Count on 13 to let you know right here at home. TV 13, count on 13 to take you there.
Dear Oprah, remember me? I used to get drunk with you after school every day. Well, I did all the drinking while you were on TV. But one day, you talked about being responsible for ourselves, and it hit me. Yeah, I am. Last night, I told my mom, and we're going to get help. And you did it.
No, honey, you did it.
Oprah Winfrey. She doesn't just speak her mind. She opens her heart.
The best to you, Oprah.
Count on 13 to take you there.
This is KTNV 13. Now, Kyle Mennon, Candace Armstrong, weather with John Potter, and Ron Futrell with sports. This is Channel 13 News Tonight.
The earth shook tonight in Boulder City and Henderson as a small quake hit southern Nevada. Good evening, I'm Candace Armstrong.
And I'm Kyle Mennon. Thanks for being with us. Chandeliers shook, pictures fell off the wall, and foundations cracked when the earth tremor hit. Scientists pinpoint the epicenter to be 5 miles out of Boulder City, 20 miles southeast of Las Vegas. As Kathy Hanson now shows us, the damage was minor, but the quake shook up quite a few people.
The needle jumped on the UNLV seismograph at 4:49. Scientists say the quake registered 3.7 on the Richter scale.
All we can say right now is that there has been an earthquake. It looks like a relatively small local event.
There was no major damage here, but more than 500 citizens lit up the phone lines here at the police department.
Everybody wanting to know if it was an earthquake, if it was a sonic boom, if we had had something explode. Nobody really seemed to know, and it took us a while to find out what actually had happened.
The most visible damage was some loose tiles at the Thrifty drugstore. Most residents reported breaking dishes, moving furniture, and there were plenty of pictures which fell off walls. At the Cozy Cafe, Shirley Cable ducked a falling light fixture.
I was standing right next to the grill, and all at once this loud boom, and then I heard the light fixture rattle, and I ran like crazy over there.
Many say the noise was what shook them the most.
I thought a truck had come through the side of this wall, yes. But I've been from California, and I've been through earthquakes, and this was not a roller. I mean, I swear something was coming through the wall of this police station, and it was loud.
This is not the first quake to hit Boulder City. There have been several small quakes over the years, but no one remembers one quite so large. Kathy Hanson, Channel 13 News.
Yeah, Boulder City police say they received no reports of aftershocks so far tonight. They say everything has been quiet since. Candace?
Murder suspect Haupt's extradition hearing was delayed today in San Diego. He can't seem to make up his mind whether he'll fight extradition to Nevada to face charges in the Alex Harris murder. Police have a meeting planned with the 37-year-old computer processor at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to get his decision. Metro search and rescue crews found that missing hiker today, dead in a ravine at Mount Charlston. They say 36-year-old Charles Feild from Virginia must have gotten lost and fell on a hike yesterday afternoon. His father reported him missing when he failed to meet up with him at 2 o'clock.
In national news, the family of American hostage William Higgen is resting a bit easier tonight after having seen a videotape that shows Higgins alive and apparently well. His Lebanese captors are obviously using the media to put pressure on the United States. Higgins' two sisters weren't as concerned with what he said. They were more interested in how he looked.
The relief is not going to be gone until you do see him face to face. But I do have hope in him. We have hope that he will be home with us. He's a strong person, and we have to be strong for him. And
the lieutenant colonel was part of the United Nations peacekeeping force in Lebanon. He was kidnapped last week.
Televangelist Jimmy Swaggart has been suspended from preaching for 3 months and placed on a 2-year probation. Assemblies of God church bosses made the announcement late tonight after meeting with Swaggart for 10 hours. Swaggart has also been ordered to get counseling. He flew to Alexandria, Louisiana today to confess his moral failure to the church elders. He's reportedly been photographed entering and leaving a motel room with a prostitute. The The church urged Swaggart not to discuss details with those outside the church.
Well, if lunch hour was your favorite when you were in school, you'll be surprised to know more than half of Clark County school children don't eat hot lunch. Tonight, Marty Van Dorn continues her special report on school lunch with more on where the problem starts.
If you've ever looked closely at Clark County School District's hot lunch and asked a child about it, you won't be surprised by this comment.
Terrible.
Why?
I don't like school lunch.
Scarlett Moore is not alone in her feelings. A little over a third of the district's elementary students buy their lunch. Not an outstanding record, but the district's food services director, Dan McPartlin, is proud of his hot lunch program.
Yes. I think we serve very good lunches to the students of Las Vegas, especially considering the constraints under which we have to operate.
And those constraints are built into the system. Central Kitchen, located on South Arville, provides almost all the district's food. 35 to 40,000 full lunches plus extras every day. The food is prepared one day in advance, sealed in plastic servers overnight, and rewarmed the next day. The result?
The French fries are soggy, but they are not greasy. I'm really very impressed. When I put it on the paper towel, there's very little fat coming out of that potato.
We took the lunch to nutritionist Carolyn Leontos, who says, in spite of appearances or taste, the meal meets the federal guidelines.
The other thing that we have to take into consideration is that commodity foods are utilized in preparing this lunch. And so consequently, the lunch is prepared for 85 cents. The school district or the school lunch people have to break even. And I think a parent would have a difficult time preparing the same type of thing at home for their child.
Instead, Central Kitchen struggles on with that responsibility, offering the students the well-rounded meals, regardless of whether they're eaten or not, at 85 cents apiece, a price that has not gone up in 4 years. Marty Van Dorn, News 13.
Now, tomorrow, Marty will look at another smaller Central Kitchen in Henderson, where they prepare Boulder City's school lunches.
Food lover Dom DeLuise is cooking up a pretty elaborate meal here in Las Vegas. We'll check into his kitchen when we come back.
And Dr. Dean has some advice for you women concerned with thinning bones. The remedy may not be found in a bottle.
Man's ultimate adventure, to journey through the universe, to step off the Earth for the very first time. The Eastern Press is proud to present America's Achievements in Space, the first of its kind video cassette library of official NASA films, capturing the most dramatic moments in our quest to explore the universe. Relive the excitement of America's conquest of space, the drama and triumph of every major mission recorded for history and for you by NASA. The collection, 10 90-minute cassettes in all, is sure to become a family heirloom. There's John Glenn's Lost 4 Minutes in Space. And America's first spacewalk.
Okay, I'm out. Okay, now.
And who will forget America's proudest moment?
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Now you and your children have the opportunity to own this piece of history, a beautiful and comprehensive collection of the official films recorded by NASA and the astronauts themselves. Each cassette comes with a mission summary describing the astronauts, the spacecraft, and the mission objectives, all enclosed in an attractive case to protect your video library. These cassettes are not available in stores. To order your collection, simply call 1-800-554-1800. You pay for just one cassette a month, only $29.95. Relive with your family 25 years of achievement. Events so important, former astronaut James Lovell introduces each cassette, and special guests such as Orson Welles, E.G. Marshall, and Carl Sagan guide you through the missions as they unfold. Subscribe now, and you'll also receive free these 4 full-color prints. Your satisfaction is guaranteed by the Eastern Press. Be an eyewitness to the greatest American adventure of all time. Call 1-800-554-1800.
Well, calcium may be the rage of the 80s to prevent osteoporosis, but people in the know that healthy bones aren't made by calcium alone. In tonight's Staying Healthy report, Dr. Dean Adele tells us about another way to help strengthen your bones, and there's no way of avoiding it out here in Las Vegas.
You need only look as far as the nearest checkout stand to see how popular calcium has become. The reason? Osteoporosis, thinning of the bones. It can be a real problem, especially in older women. But now a new study shows something else is vital to preventing bone loss and maybe getting lost in the health fad shuffle. It's vitamin D. Now, vitamin D actually helps your body absorb calcium, so you can see how important it is to bone mass. Now, you can get vitamin D in your diet from fish to fortified milk, but there's another very important natural source that you may have neglected. Your skin can produce vitamin D with exposure to the sun, and a new study from the Netherlands shows that this natural source may be the most important of all. The study compared elderly people who had suffered hip fractures to a control group, and found only 5% of the hip fracture group got outside on a daily basis before their fractures. Compare that to the healthy group, 82% of whom went out daily. And the hip fracture group had far lower levels of vitamin D than the control group. The conclusion? Hip fracture group's poor vitamin D status was due to low sun exposure, and it cannot be made up by taking in more dietary vitamin D. That's especially important in elderly people who are in institutions, and there's an easy remedy. A daily visit outside, along with adequate vitamin D intake in the diet, should help keep osteoporosis and its bone fractures at bay. I'm Dr. Dean Adele.
Always interesting. Tomorrow night, Dr. Dean will have some hints for people who have trouble swallowing pills.
He claims his recipes are healthy, low in salt, but flavored with humor. Comedian Dom DeLuise captivated shoppers at a local mall today with his autograph party for his new cookbook called Eat This, You'll Feel Better. Here's his suggestion to cut calories.
If you're on a diet, you open the book like this. You find the page with this food, and you just lick the page. And you'll never get fat.
His cookbook includes his own recipes, some from his family and his well-known friends like Burt Reynolds.
And our own Dr. John Potter's prescribing a little sunshine for tomorrow. His forecast is coming up.
And that flamboyant boxing promoter Don King is bringing some of his friends to the Las Vegas Hilton. That story next.
What burns calories faster than jogging? What's easier than cycling? What's the #1 fitness exercise in the world? It's cross-country skiing. Now, there's a cross-country skiing simulator that firms and tones the entire body and puts total fitness in easy reach of everyone. It's called Easy Glider, and it's the first ski simulator that's easy to afford. Just 20 minutes every other day. An hour a week is all it takes to strengthen and firm all major muscle groups and lose weight aerobically. Step on the glider pads, set the tension control for desired resistance, and you're off on a road to fitness as invigorating as a cross-country run. With Easy Glider, you'll burn up to 400 calories per workout, and you'll feel great. Your reward is total fitness, improved endurance and energy, weight loss, superior toning of chest, arms and back, calves, thighs, and buttocks. The smooth, fluid gliding action means there's none of jogging shocks or injuries. And unlike exercise bikes or jogging, all of your muscles get an efficient workout. Notice the quality construction of the sturdy metal frame. This Hanson unit folds down quickly for easy storage. Other ski simulators give your wallet a workout because they cost as much as $500. But Easy Glider is just $59.95, and your satisfaction is absolutely guaranteed. Finally, the benefits of cross-country skiing are in easy reach with Easy Glider. Grab the bargain. Call toll-free now.
To order your Easy Glider, call 1-800-424-3600. That's 1-800-424-3600. Use your credit card to avoid COD charges or send check or money order for $59.95 plus $9 shipping and handling to Easy Glider, Department 285, Canton, Ohio, 44750. That's the Easy Glider, Department 285, Canton, Ohio, 44750. But for faster service, call 1-800-424-3600.
Promoter Don King's best known in Las Vegas for his expertise bringing boxers together. But tonight, King's venturing out to the entertainment world with a premiere show tonight coming out of the Las Vegas Hilton with a few of his friends.
To have Don
Now,
King
you
join
tell
us.
me if this man isn't a promoter.
I think it's going to be a program that we all are going to like. When I say we, because I identify myself with the masses of the American people. You are my people, and I love each and every one of you.
Moonlighting star Bruce Willis opened the show tonight, which was taped for later broadcast nationwide through syndication. Country star Randy Travis told me he was meeting King for the first time.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad to be here and be part of the show. It's a great lineup of people to be included with.
And comedian Louis Anderson told me he had other things on his mind.
So I agreed to help him clean up down here, and he's promised to help train me as a boxer. And,
Looking forward to it. Now, what kind of fighting weight are you going to go at?
Well, I'm going to go at, welterweight.
And those behind the scenes, and some were surprised at King's ability to pull the whole thing off. But don't tell that to Don. He says it was a natural.
Because it's America, the greatest country in the world, and this show is about you.
About you. And you.
Oh,
and you. What a guy. What
That
a
looks
guy.
like that was a lot of fun tonight.
It was. A lot of big times, and he has a lot of big hopes for that show. We have big hopes for the weather.
That's right.
Yeah, and isn't it just right timing-wise? We're all getting a cold. We all feel it coming on. We can hardly wait to wear the robes and put the hot water bottle on our head and look outside of that beautiful sunshine.
The season's changing, certainly.
I've got to say that this is the best of times for people like me. We got the warmer breezes, the snow is farther away, and Valentine's candy is 50% off at the local drugstore. Let's see what we have right now under clear skies. 48 degrees, humidity 39%, the wind's west at 8 miles per hour, barometer rising 29, today's high up there, 73, 6 above average. Overnight low last night was 39, the air quality 44 and good. Yes, I have sinned, but I refuse to step down because there is just too much weather to talk about. Let's take a look and see what's over the southwest. Past 20 hours, so we see the same clear pattern over southern Nevada, getting even clearer. Very weak disturbances off the Pacific, nothing really bothering us, and we'll show you why. High pressure system, still the same one. Same old high pressure system aloft and also lower level high, so it's quite a strong one off the California coast. We have another one up here in the northwest arena, and a couple of cold fronts coming down. The nearest snow is near Colorado. That's about it. Very calm and dry over the southwest. But over the east, very high winds, 60-mile-per-hour winds over Cleveland, 61 miles per hour in Columbus. I got to get this right. And Buffalo had 58-mile-per-hour winds today. One piece of good news for the southeast for once. And the first time in a couple of days, it's been dry. No rain to speak of, even in New Orleans out there. Now, tomorrow, not much change for us. The high pressure still in control, still very sunny skies. And for that reason, well, you know the rest. You guessed it. We're going to have beautiful sunny skies tomorrow. We're going to color in that yellow all over Nevada. It's going to be beautiful. Dark shade sunglasses tomorrow. It's not going to last, though, because that high pressure system eventually is going to weaken down a little bit and drift away. And as that does that, the high clouds will start to move into the state of Nevada beginning on Wednesday. We'll start to see them move into the western portion of the state by Saturday, maybe some light showers. No showers to talk of right now out west, but out east, Midwest, northern plains near snow. Right now we have falling over Nebraska from those cold fronts that are dipping down. Very cold air from the northern Arctic region and Canada. Let's see our forecast. Nothing like that. It's clear and cool. Our low about 40 degrees. Winds will be light. Tomorrow we see sunshine. Beautiful day like today, 74 degrees. The wind's light. Down the road, partly cloudy, maybe showers as we start to have those disturbances taken over as that high pressure weakens down on Thursday. So the weather word, at least for tomorrow, got to play hooky. I'll give my permission. You can play hooky.
Okay,
you
bye.
got it made.
In the shade.
In the shade. No shade. A lot of sun.
Thank you, John.
Sure.
The United States has won another gold medal tonight. Ron's got all the Olympic highlights coming up in sports.
And some alleged skeletons in Coach Tark's closet may come back to haunt him. Sports is next.
Will you read me a story, Grandpa?
Speak up, I can't understand you.
Are you mad at me?
Oh, Jenny, no.
One person's hearing loss affects so many. But at Miracle Ear, we're changing lives. With professional care, sophisticated technology, and understanding. Miracle Ear, we're helping people listen to life again.
When I think of Jenny, I wonder why I waited so long.
Announcing the opening of the newest Miracle Ear Center, Decatur and Meadows Lane.
The paddle wheel, home of all-you-can-eat sirloin steak, only $5.95.
You don't pay retail prices at Nevada's largest selling discount jewelry store, The Jewelers. 14-karat gold filigree bracelet with diamond initial retails for $300, now only $74.99. 14-karat gold love knot earrings, now only $14.99.
If you find a lower price anywhere for the same quality merchandise, I'll refund double the difference to you in cash.
The best there is, the Jewelers.
The Jewelers, with 3 convenient locations.
Fletcher Jones Chevrolet's clean sweep sale is going on now through Saturday. All remaining inventory will be cleared out and clearance priced. Save up to $2,400 with over 500 cars and trucks to choose from. Save $2,075 on exciting new Chevrolet Camaros. Save $2,000 on Berettas and Corsica. Save $2,400 on tough Chevy S10 pickups. This clean sweep sale also includes our fine quality used cars and trucks. And positively ends Saturday night at Fletcher Jones Chevrolet on Decatur and Alta.
Well, finally, we have some more Olympic news to cheer about. It's
Right.
Good to see.
The skaters seem to be pulling him in for us.
Yeah, they said this track was going to be fast there indoors at Calgary, and boy, it's been setting all sorts of records there with the people skating out there. Okay, the USA has won its 2nd gold medal in the Winter Olympics. Now we're only tied for 5th instead of tied for 8th in total medals. It makes you want to get out and wave that flag a bit, doesn't it? It was, though, an exciting night, a real flag-waving tearjerker for Bonnie Blair of Champaign, Illinois. Rival Christina Rothenberger of East Germany had set a world record earlier. All Blair did was shave 0.02 of a second off that record and win herself the gold medal. Family and friends were celebrating nearby, the excitement as she got the victory, and then she goes right over and gets a kiss from her boyfriend right away and a nice hug. And, of course, the gold medal. The battle between the Austrians and the Swiss continue in alpine skiing. Sigrid Wolf won the supergiant slalom for Austria today. And in ice dancing, Susie Semenik and Scott Gregory move into first place for the U.S. with this performance there. All right, the U.S. Supreme Court said it will consider reopening the case between Rebel basketball coach Jerry Tarkanian and the NCAA. Now, in 1977, the NCAA accused Tark of rules violations, put the school on probation, and demanded that UNLV fire Tark. Tark fought and won in the Nevada Supreme Court. The NCAA appealed, and now the nation's highest court says it may take a look at this battle that's been going on for a dozen years. Coach Tark told me at practice today that his attorney says there's nothing to worry about, so he's not going to. And the Rebels move back into the top 10 today in the AP Writers poll. Temple is #1 with that big win over North Carolina, beat them by 17 or 18 points on Sunday. They are strong #1, then Purdue, Arizona, Oklahoma, and Duke. The Renner Rebels are up to the #8 spot this week. North Carolina falls all the way to #9 from #5. From there, BYU, Kentucky, Iowa, Bradley, and Missouri. And in your final 5 there, Loyola of California, Loyola Marymount is what that school is, and they are up to 19. Georgia Tech, the Yellow Jackets, are back into the poll. Okay, this is a big upset tonight. Pitt at Seton Hall. Charles Smith for Pittsburgh with the slam, but Seton Hall pulls that to a 10-point lead late in the game. Mark Bryant, 35 points, 16 rebounds for Seton Hall. And there he gets a rebound right there. The final was 89-72. Seton Hall wins big. Well, it's not Boston, New York, actually, but Seton Hall wins big over #8 Pitt. We will get to Boston, New York. Here's the NBA scoreboard for you. Dallas, a winner over Phoenix. Let's see, Houston beat Philadelphia. Denver over Washington, and Golden State 123-111 over San Antonio. The home teams, as you saw there, swept in the NBA tonight. The Celtics and the Knicks met in Boston Garden, one of, I guess, Boston's 2 home courts, in the Hartford Civic Center. Larry Bird, a game-high 38 points, playing great since he broke his nose. Maybe that helped, I don't know. But late in the game, Gerald Wilkins to Sidney Green. El Cid ties the game at 91. And the final there, 95-93. The Knicks only 1-23 on the road this year. That shot fell, but it didn't count at the end. And perhaps an Olympic sport in 1992, snowboarding is catching on quite a bit. These are some shots of Elk Meadows and Mount Holly up in southern Utah. There aren't many resorts that will allow snowboarding, but they have instructors up there, and rentals also at Mount Holly and Elk Meadows. The idea, I guess, is to make skiing attractive to skateboarders and surfers. The same idea, basically, without the rollers, and it's just on snow instead of out in the waves. A couple of college basketball scores that I want to note that we didn't get to there. Michigan by 10 over Michigan State. There they are, 77-67. And Bradley, look at that score, winning big at Detroit, 122-107. Hersey Hawkins for Bradley, who is the nation's leading scorer, pumped in 63 points tonight.
for Bradley. That's incredible. Not too many people know about Hersey Hawkins, but he is leading the nation in scoring. And tonight, another big night for Hersey. The Rebels have two road games this week that they're getting ready for. They play at Pacific on Thursday night, then at Fresno on Saturday. Two easy road games for the Rebels. They should be.
Good to have them back in the top 10.
Yeah, they're back in the top 10 now. They were 11 last week, so they moved up to number 8 now. And they should win those two games, work on some things to get ready for the PCAA tournament, and then, of course, the NCAA tournament from there.
Busy times ahead.
Thank you, Ron.
Well, this is the eve of Michael Jackson's big U.S. tour.
And the bad boy is having no problem filling up the auditorium these days. That story and his connection with Siegfried and Roy coming up.
Health Fair is coming to a location near you from March 8th through March 20th. For the nearest location, look at your Centel phone bill or stop by your Centel office or Channel 13.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are the final 3 days of the dramatic price reductions during our 3-day Manager's Markdown Sale at Fletcher Jones Toyota. Over 300 new and used cars and trucks will be liquidation price to sell. Fletcher Jones Toyota, the largest volume Toyota dealer in the state, is passing on to you special Toyota factory incentives for the special 3-day Manager's Markdown Sale. Big discounts on fine quality used cars and trucks are also available. This sale positively ends Wednesday at midnight. Fletcher Jones Toyota on East Sahara near Boulder Highway.
Superstar Michael Jackson has some surprises in store for his audience when his U.S. tour begins tomorrow.
Tickets for his concert in Denver sold out in just 2 hours this morning. The demand was so high here that Jackson has decided to add a second show.
Now, dozens of kids camped outside the sports arena to get their hands on those tickets this morning. Rumor has it, Jackson has a few tricks up his sleeve for this concert tour.
Well, it has been no secret he's been getting quite a few magic tips from Las Vegas' own Siegfried and Roy. So it should be amazing to see what he's got planned on stage.
And he also has a lot of animals in his own menagerie at home, so maybe he'll have something like, you know, the tigers or something like that.
The life of superstars.
That's our final report for tonight. Olympic highlights are coming up next.
Thanks a lot for making Channel 13 News a part of your night. Have a good one. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Good night.
Win, lose, or draw.
You race on, you race off.
Karate Master Pat Morita's looking for a new pupil.
Are you kidding?
Vicki Lawrence is begging for help.
I'm the worst drawer in life.
Lonnie Anderson's playing for keeps.
Yes.
And Burt Reynolds is looking for a little shade.
It's a little warm here.
You'll find them all hanging loose in Hawaii.
Timing is everything, Jimmy. Timing.
On the next Win, Lose, or Draw.
Win, lose, or draw in Paradise this week.
I'm Matt Bailu for This Week in the Community. Multiple Sclerosis Patient Services has a thrift shop open Monday through Saturday. Anyone interested in desert tortoises is invited to the next meeting of the Torch Group. Community Action Against Rape is holding daytime training for intervention counselors, and 2 organizations will be holding Sadie Hawkins Day parties. The VFW will have a party on the 27th, and Temporary Assistance for Domestic Crisis will have a dinner dance on the 29th. This week is a public service.
Count on 13 to take you there.
We now join the regularly scheduled